Hello Scorpio, welcome to my channel. Victoria here at Radiant Moon Tarot. This is your April 2022 love reading. This is for anyone in a current romantic relationship or if it comes up a temporary separation from your person. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to you. If you're returning, welcome back. As always, I'm truly grateful for each and every one of you. So just in case you're not already aware, I'm running a contest on my channel. The contest ends on April 30th, and this is to enter to win a free personal reading. If you are interested in that, it's for subscribers of my channel, so hit that subscribe button, and then all you need to do after that is leave me a comment in the box down below. Say, I am open. I am open puts you in full-on receiving mode. Very powerful affirmation telling yourself in the universe that you're open and ready to receive all of your blessings, abundance, your manifestations. We've got a magician here for you guys. So I'm going to start by getting the overall energy of your reading. So it's interesting here that we've got the devil, the high priest, and we have the magician coming out. So it's very interesting that we do have the devil card coming out for you. We have a full moon in full moon in Libra that occurs on the 16th of April. And Scorpio, for you guys, I mean, it is in Libra, so, love is in the air. It's very relationship based, okay, finding balance, finding equilibrium. Some people, because it's a full moon, maybe making some final decisions on some aspect of your relationship. It's where we level up or we level out sometimes. The full moon occurs right before a very positive alignment of Mercury, Venus, and Uranus. So you may find yourself having some very happy events that come about quite quickly. But we also have Pluto at play in a challenging aspect, shall we say, with that moon energy. So Pluto, of course, is the sign of change, transformation. And so you might be experiencing some changes, or maybe there's something that has to change, and we can use that moon energy to your biggest advantage. All right. So, but the moon energy lands in your 12th house, and your 12th house has to do with karmic debts. It's where your dreams lie. Okay. Secrets. Okay. Some hidden things may come to light. And we do have the devil card here. So there could certainly be some sort of karmic cycle, okay, that is coming to a close or that needs to come to a close here, okay? The devil is about attachment, temptation, challenging energy. It can be about obsession, okay? Sometimes lust, all right, can come in there. All those lower vibrational energies, right? Things that feel really good on the surface, but they've got that underlying energy of keeping us trapped or stuck or attached in some way. So you might be in the energy in the month ahead where you're dealing with some sort of toxic energy, you're dealing with some difficult people, okay, or maybe there's something challenging going on within your relationship. This can be internal or external. It's Capricorn energy, so really your person could just be dealing with a Capricorn, or it could just be a Capricorn, okay, and so they are perhaps at the forefront of your month ahead, right? Sometimes people are kind of highlighted or spotlighted, okay? But whenever the devil energy comes up here, this can represent old energy, things that we're trying to improve, things that we're trying to keep in perspective. This can certainly represent a bit of a challenge in your month ahead here, okay? So whenever the devil comes out, we do need to maintain perspective. We need to let go of certain energies that are no longer serving us, and we need boundaries. So if you or your person, because we have a high priest here as well, if you and your person, if you're planning a higher level of commitment, or maybe there's a marriage situation that's getting in the way here or that's prevalent here, this can certainly represent a past person, an ex that's causing a little bit of trouble. Okay, this can be old habits, patterns, and behaviors that are coming to the forefront in this month ahead. Okay, so it's an opportunity to choose differently. It's an opportunity to choose wisely. It's an opportunity to put up some healthy boundaries and make better choices. All right, it's also a very big opportunity to let things go. Something that has, been a little bit of challenge, or something that may be a challenge that's coming in here. And, in order to understand the situation fully, or in order to find a resolution to the situation, a little bit of patience, a little bit of perspective, okay, may certainly be needed for that. Okay, so that devil kind of complicates things a little bit. Okay, so just be aware there that there may be something a little bit challenging that you're dealing with in the month ahead. Okay, this could also be something that you've already been dealing with now. All right. So the high priest can certainly represent, this is Hierophant energy. This is Taurus energy. Now, the interesting thing here is that we do have a new moon eclipse in Taurus on May 1st. So I don't think I mentioned it, but I'm a little late doing your readings here. So the energy coming in here on this reading will last until about the middle of May. Of course, time and energy is both fluid, so it can be shorter or longer depending on your circumstances and, of course, by your actions here as well. But we've got a new moon eclipse in Taurus on the 1st of May. So this could kind of shake things up a little bit for you. All right, it could actually help you try new things, do something a little bit differently. All right, I do have to say, with that devil card coming out there, if you're in a relationship that is kind of turned toxic, the full moon cycle, okay, is where we make those final decisions to let things go. Of course, with the Pluto energy there, you might really shake things up a little bit. And with that devil energy there, you might actually be letting that situation go, right? It might be a difficult decision to make, okay, but that could certainly happen there as well. All right, but the devil can also bring in like a physical relationship. All right, and you may be looking to, it's something that's been fine for you for the short term, but now you're starting to think of something in the longer term with the high priest energy, right? You're trying to think maybe about long-term commitments. You're maybe trying to think about the future and questioning whether this person you're with right now is the one that you want to move forward with. So if not, then you might be doing something about that, okay? But the high priest can certainly represent, it's known as the marriage card, okay? So you could have marriage or a higher level of commitment that's really at play in the month ahead. You could even be learning something, okay, or learning something about your relationship, about your person, okay? The high priest can be a spiritual counselor, a spiritual guide, okay, or it can be someone in a position of authority, someone that can really help out, and especially with the devil card there. So perhaps there is someone that is can give you a little bit of guidance and help you resolve some sort of challenging situation within your relationship. So this can be certainly someone in a position of trust. Perhaps it is your priest or your rabbi or something like that, or maybe a spiritual guidance, or even just a marriage counselor. Okay, can certainly represent that as well. All right, and that can certainly help you. But I think here that also just commitments of all sorts are kind of there. And this may be actually a situation where if you're in a physical relationship, right, that devil energy, it's not always bad. Okay, if you're in that kind of physical relationship, it started out, it's all fun and games until someone falls in love. Okay, and because you've all been with your people in different time frames. Some of you are in a newer relationship, some of you have been with your person a long time. So this can certainly be where we see a physical relationship start to turn into something a little bit different. So whether your person is that right person for you, and it certainly has the ability there to step up a little bit there, because we do have the magician there, right, which really shows whatever it is that you want right now you can achieve. All right, but with that high priest and the higher level of learning, you and your person could be learning more about each other, right? You could be having those deep talks with your person and maybe turning a physical relationship into one that may actually have the ability to go a little bit long term. All right, but kind of need to probably get on the same page with that. But we do have the magician energy coming in here as well. Of course, the magician is an energy of manifestation and creation. So you could certainly be looking to infuse and breathe fresh life into your relationship in the month ahead. You may also be manifesting new opportunities and things in, okay? You might be using all of your resources, okay? Gathering your resources in order to resolve a situation there as well. The magician, really also shows maybe you're trying to do something a little bit different, okay? Turn something negative into a positive, all right? Turn a physical relationship into a loving, long-term romantic one. Okay, whatever that is, the magician is all about alchemy, right? You can turn one thing into something completely different. So you may be looking at making some very positive change going forward, whether that means solidifying your relationship with your person, whether that means trying something different to try and clear the air or try and make improvements. Or, yes, perhaps some of you are coming to the realization that maybe these old relationships are not where you want to be anymore. And now you're looking for something a little bit different, a little bit new. But first, you got to take care of your old business first. And this could certainly be the month where you're shaking things up just a little bit here. All right. But the magician is also a reminder that whatever you think about, you bring about. Okay. Your thoughts become things. Okay. Your ability to harness the energy that is around you is very much heightened. All right. So if you're thinking negatively, then you're going to attract more negativity. If you're thinking positively, then you can overcome negativity. All right. So really is a reminder there to be mindful of your thoughts and your feelings. All right. The devil energy with that magician, I'm thinking that some of you are trying to somehow resolve something with a past relationship. That's not the past position. Don't get me wrong. Okay. But I'm just getting the energy where there's something from the past that's rearing its ugly head. So it could certainly be someone from the past comes back into play and you're like, ew. Maybe you have to put up some very firm boundaries. Okay. Maybe even this is the month where you resolve some previous situations. Okay. Or you know how sometimes, if you've got an ex, especially if they're still in your life because you've got kids, you got to co-parent with them and all that kind of thing. With the high priest, perhaps you are learning how to coexist with that person. But let's see what else we've got. We've got the King of Swords. So I was already feeling conversations coming in there, especially with that high priest. Okay, so the King of Swords can certainly represent that communication is going to be very, very important for you in the month ahead. But let's see what else we've got. We've got the Three of Swords coming in there, the Five of Pentacles, the Four of Cups. Oy, okay. The Empress. All right, that's looking a little bit better. Okay, we've got the Two of Pentacles, and we've got the Four of Wands. There's your higher level of commitment, your halfway to marriage card. All right. Oh boy. Okay. The energy at the bottom of the deck. We've got the Devil card again. All right. So whenever we do have repeating messages coming out here, I mean, there's 78 cards in this deck. Any one of them could come out, right? So we've got the Devil card coming out again. So this is the underlying influence. All right. So you and your person could actually have a karmic connection, especially with this full moon being in your 12th house. Okay. So this could really be something that either you and your person, you could possibly be in a twin flame relationship a little bit. Okay, if you are, you might be in a really good place, your person not so much. Okay, and this may be where you're actually making some decisions. Okay, is your person ever going to step up to the plate? Because if you are in a twin flame relationship, if that is you, you will know already. Okay, if that is you, you've got something that attaches you and your person together. Okay, but in order for a twin flame partnership to really work, both people have to have done all of their hard work. Both people have had to have ascended spiritually. Now, it could be here that maybe you have done your work. I mean, you've got some wonderful energy here, okay, and your person has not. Now, with the high priest there right in the center, it's possible, okay, that your person can finally start to make tracks and make steps to clearing out their old energy, their old life lessons, right? To spiritually ascend to the same level that you are on. If they don't, however, okay, this causes nothing but grief and heartache, right? Because you end up in the runner chases scenario because they're not ready. Okay, they're not ready for you. This can also be the same just in maybe a past life connection that you might have with this person. Okay, there's something keeping you tied and bound to this person. All right, and whether you can resolve that in the month ahead may require a little bit of hard work, okay, and a positive mindset, a positive way of thinking. There is hope here. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. We do have a 5 of Pentacles. Okay, we also have the 3 of Swords. All right, so there could certainly be something here, it looks like mostly with your person, that is affecting them in a negative way. Okay, we already did discuss possibly a past person, okay, or past habits and behaviors, toxic behaviors perhaps. Okay, and this could certainly be a month where there's a possibility to shift that energy, okay, to cut out those old patterns, all right, and to start afresh, okay, because there is an opportunity here, okay, there is possibility here, right? There's a little bit of grief, okay, sometimes we got to feel the feelings, we got to get things out in the open in order to move forward, all right. But I think here that there's some external factors for the majority of you that are affecting your person. Now, this could be a commitment issue. This could be a financial issue, and this can also be something to do with a past person. I'm getting very heavy energy of exes, exes, exes. Okay, and possibly some custody issue or maybe some financial issue that is coming to the surface. Okay, and it's certainly causing a little bit of grief. This person is maybe doesn't know their place. All right, so a very important conversation that may need to be had about that. Okay. But the King of Swords right in the heart of your reading here, okay, the King of Swords can certainly indicate very important conversations that may need to have in the month ahead, okay? So whether this is having the talk about where you see yourselves, what kind of commitment that you're looking for, okay, how to resolve some issues and challenges, how to get back on track, perhaps seeking some advice or some guidance there, okay? The King of Swords can just be the communication level is very positive between you and your person. Okay, and then sometimes in order for our relationship to get to the next level, okay, sometimes we need to talk about the hard stuff. Sometimes we need to clear the air, okay? Sometimes we need to talk about our worries, our fears, our doubts, okay? All of these things. All right, I do think for a small piece of you, okay, for a few of you, you may certainly be evolving in your emotions with your person, okay, especially if you've started out as just kind of a casual relationship, all right, and I think here that you are either looking for something more, looking for love, looking for that long-term commitment, marriage, children, whatever long-term commitment means to you, and you're making some decisions here. Is this your person? Is this not your person? Okay, and I think for some of you, this is not your person. Okay, only because I think maybe you are making the decision to let them go because they're feeling all these tricky, difficult emotions. Okay, so you might be making that decision. All right, you may also be having a conversation about your level of commitment. Okay, with the 2 of Pentacles here, you could certainly be holding the more than your fair share of the responsibility. Okay, your commitment level with your person may be more than what they're committed to you. All right, the 5 of Pentacles, maybe they're not necessarily acting all that committed at all. There's a possibility there. Okay, but there's maybe some sort of how should we say, some sort of, I don't want to say ultimatum because it doesn't usually work out so well. Maybe kind of like a come to Jesus kind of thing, right? Like just throw all your cards out on the table, get everything out in the open, leave no stone unturned, okay? All of your thoughts, your feelings, wants, desires, everything out on the table and let the chips fall where they may, okay? And say, you know what? This is what I want. This is where I've been. This is what I'm willing to accept. This is what I'm not willing to accept. And how does that work for you? Is that good for you? Is that not good for you, right? The 5 of Pentacles can certainly indicate that there is a possibility of making improvements and success, but maybe by taking a different approach. Okay, maybe by shifting the focus onto something else. All right. but so you could certainly be having that kind of conversation. But there may be some money issues that come in here as well. Five of Pentacles, right? It can be a lack of commitment, all right, but it can certainly be some money issues there as well, causing all sorts of grief for your person. With that Three of Swords, it's like, oh my, okay. The Four of Cups, they know that there's better days ahead, okay, but they got to process some emotions and some feelings there, and it really all hinges around that Devil energy. Okay, so your readings always get interesting when the Devil card comes out, right? So this King of Swords can certainly be a very important conversation in regards to this Devil energy, especially if it's a person, a third party person coming in here causing some grief, right? Sorry for that grunt in the background. That's my dog. Anyway, so communication, research, and information is very, very important for you in the month ahead, okay? But you are like totally positive. You are like the epitome of positivity here, okay? This is you, your thoughts, okay? Where your head is at, all right? You are full of hope, full of promise, full of positive energy. The Four of Wands, halfway to marriage card, right? The Four of Wands is known as the 1111 card as well. So I think you are really the magician in this situation, okay? And I think by you keeping a positive and abundant mindset, okay, that you are maybe the driving force behind this relationship, okay? You're the pillar of strength for your person. You're keeping things together because they may be going through some hard times, right? Especially with that Devil card. Maybe they are processing something, all right? And something that's really difficult for them, letting something go, or perhaps they're suffered a loss of some sort. They may suffer some sort of loss that either they're already dealing with now or that may come in here for them in the month ahead, okay? So you might be really their rock. Okay, so you might actually have some words of wisdom for them as well. You might have some great ideas also, okay? We could also consider here, especially with the High Priest, that maybe there is some sort of plans for a celebration or something like that, and you might not necessarily be on the same page with the Three of Swords there, okay? The Three of Swords for them brings about an energy of disappointment, of loss, of heartache, those kind of things, okay? A little bit of sadness there, okay? And it could be that you are on two different wavelengths in regards to what a higher level of commitment means. Okay, maybe someone doesn't get their way if you're making some sort of plans for the future. Okay, your person may need to let something go. Okay, sometimes that three of swords is always that little bit of heartbreak, okay, kind of thing, that sadness, okay, but it is a temporary energy, and so you might just be like, okay, well, they don't get they don't get their Caribbean tin can band over there in the corner because I want something a little bit more upscale, right? So they might be a little bit hurt in that regard if there's something. I'm just using that as an example, but they might be a little bit hurt if you're making some sort of plans for a get together, a celebration, and they might not get their way. Okay, it could certainly be something as very simple as that. All right, but I think here that you've got a very positive, very abundant mindset, okay, and they are certainly dealing with something a little bit challenging here, okay, but again, it just might be that you guys aren't on the same page, right? And I won't spend too much time on those of you who are considering letting something go, because I think here that your reasons for maybe cutting someone loose is because you are wanting something better. You're wanting something more long term. You're wanting something filled with love and abundance in your life, okay? And maybe not something superficial with that Devil energy there. All right, but you, I think, are number one. I think for the majority of you, I think you're keeping things together. You have a lot of responsibilities and priorities. It can certainly represent here with this Two of Pentacles, okay, being off balance. The Pentacles here can certainly represent someone's commitment level, all right? And the Five of Pentacles here is a lack of commitment, okay? It's a lack mentality, lack of commitment, and you're holding the bag. So you could certainly be in that situation where you are more committed than your person is, okay? So you may have a very important conversation about that. But I also think here that your person is maybe suffering some sort of loss. okay, especially with this Five of Pentacles, there is an opportunity to improve, okay, or to get things back on track. This could be a financial hit, a financial loss. This could be something to do with a past person, okay, and there is a different approach available. There is information available, okay, there's a way forward, all right, but they need to be able to see it, okay, and with this Three of Swords right here, they may need to process something, okay, before they can see the possibilities again, okay, before they can see what improvements are available. And I think in the meantime, you might be kind of, again, the one kind of holding a little bit more responsibility, okay, and sometimes that happens, right? But again, yeah, okay, but again here, I think maybe there's some of you trying to make a decision, okay, about something. Now, it could be that finances are an issue with you and your person. All right. And sometimes we get a little bit obsessed, that devil energy. Sometimes we get obsessed with money, our finances, where we live, okay, all of those things. And so there may be some sort of decisions to make there in regards to finances. Perhaps you have more money than your person, kind of a different, slightly different social standing. That can bring out this low vibe energy with that devil energy, right? It's like the same story over and over and over again, because it can bring in this energy of like jealousy or envy, things like that, okay? And, so it's like, well, let's have a look, let's talk about this, and let's see if there's something that we can muddle through here, because it may not be relevant to you, but it might be really important to your person, okay? And sometimes that kind of status level, all right, sometimes that can create quite the little block in relationships, right? Money is unfortunately a necessary evil, but it can bring out the worst in people sometimes, okay? So you could certainly have some financial issues that are coming to light, okay, that are coming to fruition. But again, we've got the Magician there, so which shows that if you want to, you can find a way to make things better, okay? But we do have the Empress here as well. So I think for the most part, okay, I think for some of you, you're on the quest, you're looking for love and romance. Okay, hands down. If you don't have it here right now, I think you're making a very important decision. You're going to have a very important conversation, and we know where that story goes. But I think for the most part, I think there's a lot of love in this connection, okay? I think there's a lot of happiness and joy, okay? And I think there's more to come. The Empress energy is about love and self-love and abundance and attracting all of these wonderful energies towards you. So your ability to attract whatever it is that you're manifesting into your life is very, very powerful right now. Spirit's reminding you with the devil energy, set your intentions for manifestation and then let it go. Okay. And that will certainly help you. All right. But I think here that you are very much, for the most part, you are either looking for that love connection, okay, or you are very much in love, okay, and you know that this is something where your relationship is blossoming, it's growing. Perhaps you're just going through a temporary bump in the road with your person, and your love will get you through, all right. I also think some of you are starting to develop deeper feelings for your person. We had that come out a little bit earlier as well, okay, so it's like turning a fun, lighthearted connection, okay, into something a little bit more real and a little bit more romantic, okay, all of those things. And sometimes that can happen, sometimes not so much. All right, all depends what you're looking for. All depends on what you agree to. But your person, okay, I think they do have some challenging energies that they're dealing with in the month ahead. The Four of Cups can show that, maybe their heart's not in something, or they've got a broken heart a little bit. Something is causing them to lose focus. Okay, there is improvements here that are coming in, but they may need a shift in perspective. Okay, they might need to, and again, we see that with the Five of Pentacles there as well. It's like we always have improvements that we can make. Okay, but again, we need to shift our perspective, open our mind, open our heart. Okay, and again, your person might be feeling a little bit closed off. All right. So I think here there's certainly some challenges and struggles that your person is going through. All right. And, but I think there's an opportunity here to make it better. All right. But they need to process some feelings there. Okay. Or even have an important conversation, put up some boundaries. Okay. Open their mind a little bit. you know, and that will help them along their way. The Four of Cups isn't necessarily a bad card, okay, but it is one of those underlying feelings, those maybe feeling a little bit detached from their feelings, okay, and they might be trying to figure out, what do I feel, what do I want to do going forward, and then there's something really positive there that's available to them. Okay, it could be an offer that's coming in there for them, right? Especially if there's some financial issues here. I think there's some improvements available, all right, that gets them back on track, okay? But certainly this King of Swords right here in the middle, we've got the Empress, which is a wonderful energy as well. The Four of Wands is also wonderful, wonderful. The Devil is really kind of our little bit of scary energy for your month ahead, okay? And I think this really affects your person more than it affects you. I think you're just, you know, peachy, okay? I think you're just not letting anything really keep you down. I think you're maybe, again, that pillar of strength. Perhaps you are initiating some conversations, okay? Perhaps you're gathering some information. Maybe you are the one that is maybe teaching them something as well, okay? Or bringing things out into the open that need to be addressed, okay? So that you can overcome and you can move forward with your person. All right, but certainly the power of communication is very prevalent in your reading right there with that King of Swords. And this is positive communication as well. Okay, very positive communication usually when we have that one. All right, so I think you maybe can clear the air with your person and get back on track. All right, for the most part. Okay, so yeah, but let's leave that there. Let's close out your reading here with a couple of last cards here. One, and let's get one more, please. One more message, please. One more message, please. Go. We'll get that one. And, oh, no, we're going to take one more, apparently. One more. There we go. Okay. Let's see what the final messages are here for you guys. There's your first card. Embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. See, so you're the pillar of strength for each other for the most part. Here we go. There's your next card. Beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. Devil card. There's your final card. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is available to you now. Follow it with faith. And so again, kind of that repeating message. There's something from the past that may be coming up to haunt you or your person here again. And again, like I said, if you feel as though you're in a twin flame union, okay, I think your person may be leveling up. I think they might be willing to do some hard work. Okay, or if they're not willing to do the hard work, okay, this is a very important conversation for that as well, because they just might not be ready to partner with you. And if you are familiar with that twin flame journey, you know that both of you have got to be on that same spiritual plane, okay? Otherwise, you are in that back and forth energy, but they're irresistible to you, okay, in some aspect. But you might be making some final decisions in that regard if that is your connection there, okay? But certainly some decisive energy coming in there with that King of Swords, all right, and very positive communication, okay, however that works out for you. I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something here that resonated with you. We do have a bit of a challenge, okay, but I think you will find the right resolution for you, whatever that looks like, okay? So thank you so much for watching. I do hope that you have a very wonderful April and into May. And I hope to see you again here. If there was something in this reading that resonated, please don't forget to hit like on this video and subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you so much. I will see you guys next time. Bye.